Hi guys, so I'm going to read Supreme number 43. So this was published in October of 1996. So Supreme, The New Adventures, Moore, Bennett, Veitch, Maximum Press. At last, the comic you've dreamed about is here. The Supreme Story of the Year, Part 3, proudly presented by Alan Moore, writer, Joe Bennett, penciler, Norm Rapmund, inker, flashback sequences by Rick Veitch, Omni-Man sequence by Dan Jurgens and Norm Rapmund, Ruben Rude, colorist, IHOC color separator, Todd Klein, letterer, Brent Braun, editorial assistant, Eric Stevenson, editor. Supreme created by Rob Liefeld. Omni-Man! The death of Omni-Man. You'll never truly kill me, great unwashed, any more than you could kill John Gannett, Isidore Ducasse, or Mallarmé. Not while I can still tear my own heart out in a final statement that juxtaposes art, mysticism, and absurdism. Billy Friday, writer. Ethan Crane, pencils/inks. Lucas Tate, editor.
Ethan, this is great, man. Absolutely great. There's an important message in the words here, man. And you really, captured it.
Thanks, Bill. You've no idea how happy that makes me.
I mean, this is brilliant. We snuff Omni-Man and all that crap, supporting characters from the 60s in one issue. I'm still not sure that resurrecting Omni-Man as a Hezbollah extremist really works. So, you're only doing one Omni-Girl filler before returning to Warrior Woman? How's that selling, by the way? Okay, slow. It'll pick up. So what did you think of my Omni-Girl story, Ethan?
Well, I liked it. I liked the underwater scene with the merman.
I'm bumping off Omni-Girl in number 248, and the sunken city of Poseidonus succumbs to mercury poisoning the following issue. It's a total clear-out. Omni-Dog gets rounded up and gassed for 5 days. We dump that ridiculous solar sanctum hidden inside the sun. Speaking of clearing out, I'm going for lunch. Coming, Ethan?
I have to go visit some old haunts, but I'll walk part way with you.
Yeah, well, I've still got to talk to Lucas about Omni-Dog's rape ordeal in number 247, so I guess I'll see you both tomorrow. How can you work with that guy? Are all British writers like that? Or just the ones I've met?
I met Neil Gaiman once. He seemed stressed, mind you. It was at San Diego.
Tell me about it. Listen, my diner's this way. I'll see you tomorrow. Incidentally, I hear you work pretty fast. Maybe you could draw a Warrior Woman someday?
Maybe. You take care, Diana. Scanning Recall Supreme for information. Citadel Supreme. Scanning now. Recall banks fogged by recent amnesia. Please wait. Obscured by clouds. Subject: the Citadel Supreme. Anti-gravity fortress. Built in space by Supreme, 1939. Relocated to Earth's atmosphere inside artificial cloud, 1940. Rebuilt 1964 after attack by villain team-up of Darius Dax. See Dax Darius, Little Haven. And Optulux. No data available. Entry into Citadel requires specific key. Electro-sensitive keyhole located on rear viewing deck. Key is Bolt of Lightning. This is generated by rubbing hands together at speed supreme, until a sufficient static charge is manufactured to unlock the nuclear bomb-proof doors. Immediately beyond the doors we have the Souvenir Gallery Supreme. Earliest exhibit. Deactivated 1934 vintage Kid Supreme robot. Suprematon Decoy. Donated 1940. Most recent exhibit. Armageddon Gauntlet. Confiscated from the End. 1967. League of Infinity Lobby. Is situated on left of gallery, containing access to the League's Time Tower. Avenue of statues depicts League of Infinity members, facing opposite numbers from Evil League of Infamy. Off gallery to right. Imaginary Mangeray Enclosure, Hall of Armaments, and Science Lab Supreme. Downstairs, Prism World of Amalinth, and the Hell of Mirrors. Recall banks clearing of amnesia, with exposure to familiar stimuli. Recall how 27% of estimated memory. Details and dates and incidents return, a little at a time. The past is slowly coming back.
Presenting An Untold Tale of the Citadel Supreme. Can you solve the conundrum of the Cloud Castle? My worst fears have come true. Intruders have breached my citadel to threaten me and my loved ones. Our story begins with a special exclusive for radio station KZAM.
Great Montezuma's revenge! So that's the secret Citadel Supreme. On behalf of Radio KZAM, thanks for allowing us this exclusive broadcast.
My pleasure, Jonas. If Jonas and Judy only knew that this is my fateful Suprematon Decoy, S1, and that I'm secretly carrying us, all using Strength Supreme.
Well, listeners, we're about to see Supreme generate the lightning bolt that will unlock the Citadel. Get ready for some static.
Wait, Jonas. Something's wrong. Look! The Citadel is already open.
Great sons. Judy's right. Someone has invaded my sanctuary. And I'll bet that note over there has something to do with it.
Listen to this. A puzzle for you all. Let us provide a clue. Lurking within these walls is a surprise for you. Each gallery and hall should be explored anew.
This looks like trouble, S1. Maybe I should take over as Supreme until we work this out. I hear and obey, Master. I'll arrange a suitable diversion. Judy, you and Jonas stay here. Ethan and I will explore the nearby passages.
For those switching on late, this is Jonas Tate, exclusive on KZAM, reporting an intruder in the Citadel Supreme. Stay tuned.
Soon, nearby. Great work, S1. You'd better rejoin the other inactive Suprematons, while I rejoin Jonas and Judy as Supreme.
Good luck, Master.
And so, Ethan's busy searching the western chambers. I thought you could help me check the rest of the Citadel.
Glad to, Supreme. And I'm sure our listeners will appreciate a guided tour, too.
To be honest, I'd sooner be home listening to this on the radio myself. What if one of Supreme's foes has planted a bomb?
I've considered that. If its foes we're after, we best look through here.
This is incredible, listeners. We're in Supreme's famous Looking Glass, Leavenworth, where his most murderous foes are imprisoned in a strange mirror dimension.
Look! There's the television villain. and the Shadow Supreme.
Well, my roster of rogues are all safely behind Metaglass. They can't have planted that note. We better check elsewhere.
How about the next chamber?
Maybe. This is the place I keep the prism world of Amalinth. A planet turned into coherent light by the galactic villain Optilux, and then encoded within that prismatic gem. Perhaps some Amalinthian may have succeeded in regaining his solid state, though all my efforts to rematerialize the world have failed. But no, my scanners show no change. We better think again.
Could there be something hidden in this gallery, devoted to your old teammates from the Allied Supermen of America?
Possibly, although I see nothing out of place. Let's look further.
Continuing through the Citadel now, the view from these picture windows of the clouds and the earth miles below is just astonishing.
Where next, Supreme?
I'd better make sure my lingerie is secure.
Great Napoleon's waistcoat! I wish you could see this, listeners. It seems to be a floating zoo of every legendary creature ever invented.
Legendary is right, Jonas. These entities only exist in a thought dimension I call myth space. It's my imaginary lingerie, although the bubbles are merely windows into these beings' various realms, rather than cages.
That one's certainly very pretty.
Yes, she is. That's the angel L'Oreal. There once might have been something between us, but L'Oreal doesn't even exist in this reality. It could never be.
Well, I should hope not. How could any gal hope to compete with the honest-to-goodness angel?
Meanwhile, we're still drawing blanks. Could one of your Suprematon decoys have rebelled?
I doubt it. Of all the Suprematons, only the model I call S1 is truly capable of independent thought. And I know he was elsewhere at the time.
Say, why is there a decoy robot of Ethan Crane?
I'm making decoys of all my friends. Ethan is just the first I've completed. Whew, that was close. I must remember to actually make decoys of my other friends, to allay suspicions.
Meanwhile, listeners, the mystery deepens. And if my little boy Lucas is listening, don't worry, son. Supreme will solve everything and bring Pop home soon.
The note said, "Let us provide a clue," suggesting several people could either the Leagues of Infinity or Infamy be responsible.
We'll see. My private entrance to their time tower is just ahead. This doorway leads onto the time tower's balcony of 1958. Perhaps there'll be somebody passing who can tell us what in blazes is going on. Say, you there, Aladdin! Has anyone from the time tower entered my citadel lately?
1,000 pardons, most worthy Supreme, but I hurried to join the Adult League upstairs in AD 2496, and cannot help.
I understand. But have you noticed anyone else in the tower during your climb from the 3rd century Arabia?
There is no one else presently in the tower, O illustrious Supreme, or my genie would have told me. Now, if you'll pardon me, I must fly.
So long. Give Wild Bill, Witch Woman, and the others my regards when you reach the 25th century.
It seems your intruder didn't come from the time tower then.
It would seem not. Also, nothing has been tampered with or stolen. which my enemies would surely have done right away.
For the listeners at home, Supreme, what might your enemies steal?
It could be anything. My hall of armaments contains many alarming weapons, confiscated from a host of intergalactic villains. I have a photoplasmic converter taken from Optilux, or Corgo, the space tyrant's planet smasher, for example. Or then there are the treasure of my Science Lab Supreme, including samples of synthetic supremium that my enemies would kill for, and with.
Why, then it just has to be your friends. Who else has access to your citadel, beside the League of Infinity?
That's a darn good point. I'm sure there's someone I'm overlooking. Let me see that note again. Maybe I can figure it out using my Smartness Supreme.
Coming right up.
Aha! Just as I thought. It all makes perfect sense.
It does. Well, we sure wish you'd fill us in.
How about you, readers? Have you spotted the vital clue yet? I'll do better than that. I'll take you to the intruders right now.
Don't touch that dial, listeners. It looks like Supreme's about to crack the case. Where can the mystery intruders be?
Here? But this is one of the memorial chambers we searched earlier.
We sure did, Judy. We just weren't looking in the right place.
But there's nothing here except these waxworks of your buddies from the Allied Supermen of America.
That's right. And a sorry-looking bunch they are, too. Maybe I'll melt them all down with my Sight Supreme. Starting with this moth-eaten dummy of my old friend, Professor Knight.
Ha 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 ha! Well done, Supreme. You caught us fair and square. Okay, you others. The joke's over. We can relax. Listeners, this is incredible. The whole disbanded Allied Supermen of America have been behind this entire hoax. I can see Glory and Doc Rocket, along with Storybook Smith and Roy Roman, the Mermaster. We heard about this broadcast and couldn't resist giving you the chance to demonstrate your detective skills. How did you spot us?
It was easy, Blackhand. The clue was in your note. You see, I realized that the note was a form of acrostic, with the first letter of each line spelling out the name of our group. Was popularly known by the Allies.
Yikes! It would take Smartness Supreme to figure that out.
Well, since we're all here, why don't I take a photograph of you with the Kazam staff to commemorate this broadcast?
Sure. That reminds me, I better go and find Ethan. Shortly.
Okay, smile for the birdie. Then we can all go home.
Ha ha ha. The Allies may have fooled me into thinking they were waxworks, but S1 here is sure doing a good job of fooling them that he's me. And so...
Wow, what a day! Too bad Ethan here missed all the fun as usual.
People tricking their friends with disguises? Oh, I'd hardly call that fun, Judy. Would you? And the end.
Lost in your memories, son? I wasn't reckoning to find you here in the souvenir gallery, Ethan. I thought you were over in the stadium, exercising good old radar.
Huh? Dad?
Well, who the heck else would it be? I'm the only other man around here, aren't I? I was just on my way to sweep out the Mycthopeokic Zoo.
At your age, you do no such thing, Joseph Crane. I told you before. You can get S2 or one of the other Suprematons to do it. Besides, I don't want you ogling that angel hussy.
Joan.
Wait a minute. This can't be happening.
You're dead. Both of you are dead.
Joseph, what's he saying?
Just crazy talk. Don't go scaring your mother like this, son. Strength supreme or not, I can still take you over my knee.
But I visited your graves with Judy Jordan and her granddaughter while I was in Little Haven.
You did not, you big fibber. We don't have children, or grandchildren. As if I was old enough anyway. And since when did you start calling me by my maiden name? I've been Judy Crane since we got married, you big lug.
Married?
Oh, Ethan, honestly. If this is your idea of a gag, it isn't very funny. We got married before you retired, and brought us all to live here in the Citadel. You know we did. It's all that tinkering with Supremium. It's adult as wits.
But this picture, Judy's granddaughter gave it to me. Judy's an old woman now. We never married.
Oh, how can you say such things?
Judy's right. You apologize to her and your mother right now, young man, or I'll tan your invulnerable hide.
That won't be necessary, Dad. Step away from him, everybody.
Well, I teach this phony never to mess with a man's family.
Punish him, master. He is a bad dog to trick the mistress.
Is everyone okay?
We're fine, son. We thought that imposter was you. Who in tarnation is he?
I don't know, Dad. He feels solid, so he can't be some projection cast by Optilux. Maybe he'll tell us once I've softened him up a bit more.
Come on up, you lousy Brand X imitation. And take your punishment like a man.
That's it, master. He has his tail between his legs now.
I knocked him clean through my mythopoeic zoo.
Don't worry, master. He won't get away. Radar the Hound Supreme will see to that. I'll tear a big hole in his pants.
Radar, be careful, he might...
Radar, no! Oh my gosh. Radar was just some sort of robot? Honey, what's going on here?
I can explain everything, my love. It's all a trick by one of my enemies. Don't you see? What else could it be?
Suprematons. My God. You're all Suprematons. No! No, we're not. Don't listen to him, everyone.
He's lying. Holy Moses! They're breaking through to the science labs.
It's you, isn't it, S1?
You are the only one capable of independent thought. Or of going mad. What did you do? Reprogram the others?
Shut up! Shut up! You'll ruin everything!
Reprogram? What does he mean, son?
Nothing, Mom. He doesn't mean anything. He's just trying to spoil it all.
What I have here...
You mean the others don't know what they are?
You didn't tell them. Oh, sweet Lord. If I remember right, your master switch is over here. I'm shutting this fiasco down.
No! You have no right! You went into space and left us all! I had a right to live! And I'll kill to preserve it! Son?
Is it true? We're all just robots? I'm not married to Supreme after all? I'm not even real?
I'm afraid not, Judy. I'm sorry.
Darn it! Oh, just God darn it all. I knew it was too good to be true. I just knew it. Don't look at me. Just turn us off. Turn us all off.
Judy, Mom and Dad, whatever fragment of them is in you, I love you all. Forgive me. Epilogue.
Grandma, I got the strangest feeling. What's that, Hilda, sweetheart? Well, I just know that Supreme got my drawing is all. Why, I bet anything he's hanging it up on his wall right now. That's nice, dear.
It says, Life After Death.
To Judy, keep me in your thoughts forever. Thanks for everything. Darius Dax.
That's real nice.
Next, The Age of Gold. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you could like, comment, and subscribe, that'd be appreciated. If you have any requests you want me to do, just let me know in the comments and I'll tell you when I can do the request. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you guys later.